This is the face of a mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. But Sherry Jones represents the changing face of people living with HIV/AIDS.
Had been engaged for 2 years. One morning I woke up and found my fiance using drugs.
Jones broke off the relationship and soon after became ill. Doctors could not figure out what was wrong until
Asked me would I be willing to take an AIDS test. I said sure. So they tested me for AIDS, and sure enough I had AIDS.
a terrifying and isolating diagnosis.
I thought I was going to die, number one. Number two, how was I going to tell my family?
The longtime Saginaw resident, usually surrounded by family and friends, cast aside by the social stigma of her disease.
When I would go over to people's houses for dinner, they would give me a paper plate to eat out of and a paper cup. If I went to use their bathroom, they would go behind me and wash the whole bathroom up, like I was just contagious.
HIV/AIDS is transmitted through sexual contact, sharing needles, blood transfusions, or pregnancy and breastfeeding. In the early 1980s, when AIDS was first diagnosed, for those infected, it meant wasting away and oftentimes waiting for death. Now, new medications are giving people like Sherry the ability to live.
People started to have to figure out how to live with HIV/AIDS and not dying, where in the beginning when our program began, it was mostly hospice.
Sacred Heart Rehabilitation Center has been assisting people with AIDS for 25 years.
In the early 80s, HIV/AIDS started in the gay community among gay men. That's not the situation anymore. This is an equal opportunity disease.
20,000 Michigan residents are living with the disease. In Saginaw County, Sacred Heart serves 170 clients.
The fact of the matter is, they're all human beings.
Sherry is now an employee at Sacred Heart. Her health is good, the disease under control. She takes her medication and has reconnected with family, crediting the success with her disease to Sacred Heart.
The most positive thing I could have did was volunteer for Sacred Heart. Because that's what got me going.
All the while putting a face to a new generation of people living a full life with AIDS.
Come on in, let's do it, but yeah, it's been good.
Well, Sherry, that was great. Thank you so much for telling your story.
Thank you. First question I asked the doctor was, how long am I going to live, you know? So I was depressed. I couldn't believe that this person I had lived with for 2 years, you know, was an IV user, you know, and I contracted AIDS from him. I thought I was going to die, number one. Number two, how was I going to tell my family, you know, that I had this disease? When I would go to people's houses for dinner, they would give me a paper plate to eat out of, and a paper cup. I went to use their bathroom. They would go behind me and wash the whole bathroom up, you know, like I was just contagious. If it wasn't for AIDS Walk Fund and the Ryan White, I could have did none of this, you know, because they pay my salary too. The most positive thing I could have did was volunteer for Sacred Heart, you know, because that's what got me going, kept me going.
People started to have to figure out how to live with HIV/AIDS and not dying, where in the beginning when our program began, it was mostly hospice. Having to have their blood drawn every 3 months, having to take that medication every dose every time. Sometimes the side effects of the medication can be harsh. We don't yet have a cure. And the thing about it is this disease is 100% preventable. Things like AIDS Walk, where we do a community event, it highlights the cause. It's almost like a little bit of a hidden disease, but it's important that we keep getting that message out. I know that I personally get choked up every year. In the early 80s, HIV/AIDS started in the gay community among gay men. That's not the situation anymore. This is an equal opportunity disease, unfortunately. We have clients all ages, races, gender, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is they're all human